But we do want to begin with that horrible news coming to us out of Houston, Texas. Today, at least 8 people are dead, many others injured after what officials describe as a crowd surge at the Astroworld Music Festival.
That caused some panic, and it started causing some injuries. People began to fall out, become unconscious, and it created additional panic.
Now, these are just some of the latest images coming into our newsroom as they show an ambulance and first responders in the midst of a sea of people as they care for those who were crushed in that huge surge.
But earlier in the day, possible warning signs of a situation spinning out of control. Hundreds of festival goers storming past security, surging through metal detectors, and stepping over each other to get into the sold-out concert.
At least 300 people were treated at field hospitals on the site, and we know from some eyewitnesses that the crowd was densely packed. It was a sold-out crowd of 50,000 people.
Obviously, everybody's opening up mosh pits, we're having a good time, but there's a lot of people that are very selfish. There's people that I saw a pit that was being held together by people, but because in the pit was people that fell, so they were standing together to help the people get up. And I witnessed somebody unconscious struggling to get out, like their friends were trying to get him out, and just people weren't caring enough to make a path. So as I'm a 400-pound guy, so I jump in because that's just my instinct, and I just make a path for him. And on my way back to the middle, I meet a girl that's hyperventilating. So instead, I couldn't tell her, hey, calm down. I immediately just grab her, and I'm rushing back. And, closer to the VIP section, that's when,
Well, in the front, there was definitely a lot of jumping. If you didn't jump, you were going to fall, and you would get trampled on, definitely.
So the crowd's pushing
Yeah, the crowd's
you guys?
pushing back and forth. Like, you needed to, if you were even a little bit tired, you were going to fall. It was just too insane.
And so you tried to get your buddy up.
Yeah, so my buddy was there, and he was already passing out. I saw him, I noticed him on someone's back, and then right away he said that he wanted to go, and I just helped him out right away.
There was a video I watched, and yeah, I can't show it. But essentially, it's such a weird cell phone video. So in the video itself, the guy's kind of filming the concert, and then he pans to the left. You can go watch this on TMZ, and you see somebody laid out on the floor, and there's a paramedic doing CPR, and the person's just out cold. And the individual's, judging by the video, I'm pretty sure the person's dead. And the person, so weird. They pan back towards the main stage, and there's this girl just being like, and literally like 5 feet on the floor, there's a dead person. And it just, that image is kind of seared into my brain because it kind of perfectly illustrates the event. Is people so being preoccupied with their own enjoyment and their own pleasure and their own, I'm here, I'm Travis Scott, and that they forget how to be human a little bit. And in their defense, when you're caught up in the euphoria of being at a live event and the energy, and you're there to party and you're inebriated, and let's also not kid ourselves, a lot of people are on some stuff. You're not in the best state to be considerate or to take care of other people. But at the same time, it's just like, bro, this person's passed out, dying right beside you, and you're just like, it's just, yeah.
It just felt like we was literally in fucking hell, bro. It felt like we was in a concert in hell. You couldn't breathe, you couldn't see. Just imagine all the people they gonna find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. In the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted. And the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and they was literally turning black and blue. I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably 10 fucking people laid out dead. And once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. It was nothing they could have do. This shit really fucked me up and really spooked me tonight. That was some demonic shit. And what was so crazy, people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. They was help. The whole crowd was just going help, help, help. And he just kept going, bro. And mind you, y'all see the type of music I make. Y'all see everything. I've been so heavily influenced by Travis, but after tonight, bro, God really showed me, like, you know, like, stay away from that shit, bro. Like, that shit not for you, because, like, he sacrificed so many people's lives tonight, like, for real. Like, so many people's lives are gone tonight because they want to go to a fucking Travis Scott concert and have fun. You know, he influenced people to be raging and all this shit. So many people broke in, and it was just chaos, bro. It was a living fucking hell, bro.
There's a lot of people that want to hold Travis Scott accountable because he kept this show going while people were dying.
Somebody help him. Somebody passed out right here. He passed out? God. Somebody passed out right here. Hold on. Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Everybody just back up. Security, somebody help jump in real quick.
Listen, you guys are having this information that people are dying, but he's on stage. He does, from the stage, you don't know the serious of what's going on.
Yeah.
I remember I was doing a show and I was right on the North Shore. I was the opening after that show, and I'm on the show and I hear something. It's not a band. It's not music. It's just me doing comedy. And there's someone that said something in the room, and I didn't hear what it said. At first, I thought it was a heckler, but it was actually someone passing out. And there was that split moment where I didn't even know what was going on, and I thought it was a heckler, and I was about to go in on this motherfucker disrupting what I was saying. On the stage, you don't know what's going on. You don't see everything that's going on, so I wouldn't necessarily...
Yeah. Also, people passing out at concerts is very normal. You know, being at the front for a big stage show, you got to sit there and wait there standing for hours. And boo-boo, as you're jumping up and everyone around you shoulder to shoulder, okay, and they're stealing the oxygen, it's getting hotter and you're not well hydrated, passing out is extremely common. Now, with this crowd, it seemed like they were extra rowdy. Mosh pits, everybody moving against each other. And, you know, listen, there's normally an etiquette to these kind of things. If somebody's passed out, normally people make a way. I've seen mosh pits before. And if somebody gets knocked out, everybody traditionally bands together. This one didn't seem to be the case. And for a lot of people, that's why they were passing out. You know, people are dying of cardiac arrests, young people. That's how stressful and tiring the event must have been. So I can only imagine being in that kind of sea. Whew.
It's okay. I'm pretty big. I could like hold myself, you know, I hold my elbows out and I can hold that. But someone that is smaller, I could see it being a challenge.
You know what though? Even in your circumstances, if the crowd is rowdy,
there's nothing you can do.
The crowd is rowdy
because it's not one person.
Because the person pressing against you, you're like pushing back, but then there's a wave of people pressing on them, right? And here's the thing: in those kind of circumstances, once you fall, bitch, if you're not strong, good luck getting on.
What I'm saying is that I still have better chances. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I'm immune to this shit.
Yeah.
I got better chances.
Yeah.
But if I'm down, I got more chances, but it's almost a wrap because it's not just one person.
Yeah.
People that are stepping over you because everybody's like that, they don't even see you.
No.
So it's not like they can watch and be like, oh, careful. No. It's one person down, trips another one. Hey, it's not cute.
I personally do not do giant crowds. That's not me. You don't catch me at no concerts, and if you do, best believe I'm staying in the way back where there's an open area.
Bro.
But that's just kind of how I am. And this is not to say how I'm better. It's just I never feel at ease being like with everybody up on me. And it's just not my thing. I don't like being in crowds like that. To me, it's like, I can't do it.
He says he doesn't do big crowds. He doesn't do medium crowds. Let's be honest. Yeah. It's not big crowd. It's medium.
Yeah. I remember when I went to Carnival in Brazil, and I was in those big ass crowds. You're talking about like streets jam packed shoulder to shoulder if you want to walk. And I'm good at clearing crowds. Like I understand how to move through them. But when I was down there, I remember every time I would put myself, anytime I had to be in that crowd, because the person I was with, they really wanted to go. I remember positioning my back to a place where there wasn't just people behind me.
Yes.
There was either a vehicle or there was either a wall or whatever. It's just like, maybe it's just the way my brain functions, but every time I'm like, you do not want to be surrounded and helpless.
No, you don't.
If you guys are at a concert and someone's passed out, do what you can to make space for that person to be able to leave adequately, right? Sometimes just because they're asleep doesn't mean they're sleeping. They might be dying, okay? And so just be considerate of that and try to take understand you're there for your enjoyment. That's cool, but be considerate of the people around you. Is the only thing I would say. Other than that, this is tragic, man. It's just tragic. When it comes to these things, even though there's a loss of life, doesn't mean that somebody's always at fault. But anyways, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We want to hear from you guys.